Okay, this is going to be the ultimate perfume declutter. So if you are into buying perfumes, I'm going to be selling everything that you see in this video on my Mercari. I've already listed some things, but my goal is to create my perfect fragrance wardrobe. In my experience in having this channel, I have gone through so many bottles of perfume. I've tried things, I've sold things, I've found some of my gems, my all-time favorites. But when it comes down to it, if I influence you to do anything, it would be to have maybe 10, 15 perfumes max. I think every day normal person maybe needs 6 max. And to have your perfect perfume wardrobe. There's so many different fragrances out there, designer, niche, and I mean, we can't possibly try them all. That's completely wasteful. But I myself, in being a fragrance influencer, want to have the perfect fragrance wardrobe. So I'm going to go through each one of my perfumes and rate them on a 0 to 10 scale for different variabilities, including how long they last, the scent profile, and whether I actually like it. So let's go through them. And then anything under a 7 will likely get put on my Mercari. So first is my Burberry blush, probably my favorite perfume in my collection at this time. I give it a 9 out of 10, and right off the bat, this one rarely leaves my perfume tray. As you can see, I have a huge dent in it. It is just beautiful. It has like this rose, lychee, like white floral, very sweet, but at the same time very tangy type perfume. It reminds me a lot of Perfumes de Marly de Lena, but it does have a different spin to it. It's very unique, and the longevity of it is crazy. It lasts at least 6 to 8 hours in my skin, and this is one of the only perfumes in my collection I've gotten more than one compliment on. And I've actually sold people on this perfume already, so if you haven't checked this one out, definitely check it out. Next is Creed Acqua Fiorentina. This is basically like elevated Dolce & Gabbana light blue. I would say not really elevated, but overpriced Dolce & Gabbana light blue. I actually listed this already in my Mercari account because of exactly what I'm telling you. It smells just like a citrus typical perfume. It is very nice. It is very long wearing. I'm gonna give it a 7, a solid 7. I don't think, like, if you see this at your counter and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy this for $275, don't. I got mine from Aura Fragrance for I think like 160, which was, I think, fair for what this perfume is. I think that's how much I have it selling for on my Mercari. I'll probably accept less, but if you're interested in this perfume, go check it out. It's already listed. Next is one that was a gift, and probably these two are like the best gift I've ever received because I would have never tried this fragrance otherwise, and it's Givenchy Irresistible. This one is the rose one that was limited edition. I think they still have it for sale, but it came out I think last year for Valentine's Day, and this is the original. It is just so pretty. These are both 9.5s out of 10s. They last a long time. I would say anywhere from maybe 5 to 6 hours on your skin, and they project really far. Like, people will smell you. They also have like a sweet, girly, almost like bubblegum essence to it. There's a little bit of almost like a tuberose vibe in there that gives it like a bubblegum type smell, but it smells so good, so girly, so pretty. Probably one of my favorites, if not one of my signature scents in my collection. Marc Jacobs. I have such a love-hate with so many Marc Jacobs perfumes because some of them just don't last very long, and they do smell good, but they're very basic. This is one that I really like, and I'm gonna keep. This one is an 8 out of 10. It is Daisy Love. Ooh, so sweet. It is exactly what you would think it smells like. It smells like the Daisy Love perfume from Marc Jacobs, which is a very sweet, fruity floral with some vanilla. This one is even sweeter, a little bit more syrupy, just really pretty. It's still not overwhelming for the warmer months, so it's a good versatile perfume. This is one I would definitely rate, like I said, 8 out of 10. I just got from Macy's, and I almost returned it, and then I wore it, and I was like, you know what, this is really nice. It is a pleasant surprise because I am not a Juicy Couture girl at all. This is the only Juicy Couture perfume I have. I've tried all of them. They're all very, I don't know, meh, you know? but this one is definitely a solid 8 out of 10. It smells very pretty. It is very like light wearing, okay? So you probably will get maybe 4 hours out of it, but the perfume profile is really nice. It's a very sweet rose. It reminds me of Dolce & Gabbana, the rose one, which was discontinued years ago, which is such a pretty perfume. And it's nice. It's a nice everyday perfume, not offensive, easy to wear. Here is where I'm needing to declutter. So this is a Versace Bright Crystal, one of my longtime signature scents on and off throughout my life. I've had a love-hate relationship with it. I've recently purchased it and love it all over again. But I bought Versace Bright Crystal Absolute. Let me tell you, you don't need both. They both smell pretty much exactly the same. The difference is that this one is definitely a little bit stronger, a little bit sweeter. This one's a little bit more fresh. That's it. Other than that, same scent profile, same production, same shitty longevity. I would say they're both solid 7.5s, both of them. I definitely use the Bright Crystal more. It's more of a classic scent that I'm used to. The Absolute, I tried it. It's okay. Like, honestly, I just prefer the original so much more. Definitely smell both of them, but you don't need both. And you'll see if you smell them both, if you're wanting to buy this fragrance, you'll see what I mean. You don't need both, but they're both very, very nice. But this pink one will be on my Mercari. And it was so disappointing to me. I bought it at the department store, so I paid full price for it. But it's the turquoise Versace perfume. Dylan Turquoise is what it's called. And this is definitely unisex. It's not labeled as unisex. It has guava, it has citrus, but it definitely is one that a man could pull off probably better than a woman. I will say that. Or someone who is male leaning could definitely pull it off a little bit more. Or someone who just likes unisex perfumes. I've tried it on my skin. It does something really funky on my skin. It smells amazing on paper. Very, very fresh, very, very clean. But for me, it's a 6. And so this one will be going to my Mercari as well. Another banger. So this is Marc Jacobs Daisy. Ooh, so intense. This is literally the best version of Daisy. Don't buy regular Daisy. It sucks. It doesn't perform. This is a syrupy version of Daisy. It has a strawberry note to it as well. It lasts forever on the skin. As you can see, I have a pretty good dent in it. It's one of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites for the warmer months, especially in the evening time. And it's not going anywhere. It's a 9 for me, keeping it, and probably will repurchase this bottle. This is one of my favorites in my collection. I already sold this one, but it's Coach Floral. One of the flankers of it. It's alright. It smells just like the original Floral Coach perfume. Just smell all of them. And this is one of the cases where all the flankers kind of smell similar. This one's a little bit sweeter than the regular Coach Floral. Kind of similar situation in the Versace. They're all these perfumes, these Coach perfumes, are either 7s or 8s. They're not 10s, they're not 9.5s. They're just okay. So this one already got sold, so it's going to be put to the side. Another gift that is a great gift. It's Gucci Flora, Gorgeous Jasmine. I find that this is one that's a little bit harder to wear, I'll be honest, because it's not, how can I say, it's a little bit too strong for the summer. It's definitely more of a fall perfume or spring, but it's gorgeous. Definitely get a lot of that beautiful jasmine, some tuberose, a little bit of a bubblegummy type vibe. Not super sweet, so if you don't love super sweet perfumes, this is one I would check out. So this is a solid 8 out of 10 for sure. La Vie est Belle. Okay, so my thoughts on this perfume are it's very likable. It's compliment worthy. People love it on my skin anyway. So I do have a few different of La Vie est Belles because it just matches really well with my skin chemistry. It smells really pretty. This is the low version, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, and it's a solid 9. Like, you have to try them definitely on your skin, see how they smell different on everyone. And yeah, I would say try them for sure because these are strong, solid performing perfumes. Every single one. I think all of the Lancome perfumes like are super strong. They project. 2 to 3 sprays lasts you 8 hours, and they smell so good. But if it's between La Vie est Belle and Idole, I've tried both. I think I'm more of a La Vie est Belle girl, but I like both. But this is staying. Goes for the Cristal version. The Cristal and the Low are the 2 that I have. I'm keeping them. They smell so good. Unfortunately, these are probably my 2 most worn perfumes in my whole collection. I say unfortunately because they're fucking expensive. So I have Perfumes de Marly Delina. Delina Al Rosé on the left, or right, whatever. You're right, my left. And then Perfumes Declutter. They're both 10s, and I don't say that often, but they're both 10s. La Rosé is a beautiful version of Delina. I think it's better, it's lighter, it's fresher, very feminine, very girly. It has lychee, has like this beautiful bright rose. And then Castle is like this tangy, juicy vanilla. And they're both so pretty, so unique. I haven't smelled anything like them on the market, and they're both worth every penny. And I get compliments on both of them. And both of them are, I would say, seasonless, with the exception of La Rosé. The Delina Rosé you can only really wear in the spring and summer, and maybe early fall. But Castle is year round. So, I mean, I'm probably like up to here in Castle. Unfortunately, I'm trying to like preserve her. And then same thing with La Rosé. I haven't even had her that long, and look how much I've used. So yeah, my absolute favorites. J'adore, j'adore, j'adore. Okay, so this is my J'adore collection. I put the Dossier version in there because it smells just like the regular J'adore. So I have Infinissima, which to me is 10 times better than the original. I got it for my birthday, and it is such a beautiful, syrupy, thick, strong, long-wearing version of J'adore. This is the light, like moisturizing, dewy version. This one is also just so amazing. This one has like almost like a melon scent in the background. It's so good. They're all 10s. I have a really hard time getting rid of them. I know some people say, oh, it's like an older scent. I don't care. It's so classy. It smells so good. And if you haven't smelled them, I would say give them a try. Definitely like signature scent worthy, like popular for a reason type thing. One of my favorite designer perfumes in the world, especially the Infinissima. It just smells so good. Original Coach Floral. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Just because it does smell good. It's not my favorite. It may end up on my car one day after I use it for a while. But it's just a very typical fruity floral fresh perfume. And it reminds me a little bit of my Burberry blush, a little bit of the Juicy Couture one I just showed you. But it's more typical. It doesn't have anything unique about it, if I'm being honest. If you want to say buy, that's a good freshie that you can just use every day, it's this one. Continuing on, I have Beautiful Magnolia, which I love. Love. It is like a magnolia, like fruity floral, very feminine type fragrance. I have the low version on my Mercari, which I didn't love as much. It has a little bit more of a citrus, fresh vibe to it, and this is already a fresh perfume. For me, I found that I do like freshies, but I don't like anything that's too fresh. I know some people that's their jam, so if you're interested, it's on Mercari, but this one specifically will get an 8 out of 10. It's one that I can see myself getting tired of. It's one that I know when I finish this bottle, I'm not purchasing another one, but I do want to finish the bottle. I don't want to get rid of this one. I brought this in my last shorts video. It's Wild Bluebell by Jo Malone. It's one of my favorites. I don't ever see myself not wearing this. It's fresh. It's a little powdery. It does have that beautiful bluebell smell. If you've ever been to like hill country area in Texas and you've smelled like the air when there's air like just being blown past like a field of bluebells or like an area of bluebells, it smells so pretty, so fresh. It does kind of smell like that, but a little bit sweeter. It definitely is a compliment getter, at least on me, and I just love it. It's a wonderful perfume, especially for the warmer months. One that I was obsessed with last year, it's Marc Jacobs Daisy Ever So Fresh. Ever So Fresh. So this one is basically the Uso Fresh with a green note. I don't know what it is. I wore it recently and I just felt like it smelled like grass. Clearly I like it. I've used half of it. I do have a decant that I've saved, and that's a great tip I can give you, is if you have a big collection and you want to downsize and have more of a perfume wardrobe, buy these decants off Amazon and decant a 5 ml or even a 10 ml of all the perfumes that you're thinking about selling or that you're going to get rid of or sell or give away or whatever, and keep them. And my thing is, like, I can always go back to these decants, which I have so many perfumes, it's unlikely that I'll go back anytime soon. But when I do go back, I can wear them and see, like, do I really like this perfume? Or a lot of times that I've done that, I've gone back to the decant, I've been like, that's why I got rid of this perfume. But for me, it's a way to know that I have a bit of the perfume and I don't feel so bad about selling it. But this one is on my Mercari. I would rate this one like a 6 out of 10 for my personal taste. In fact, this one and actually Magnolia Beautiful Magnolia and then Wild Bluebell both got 10s, or 8s. Yeah, 8 out of 10. And this one is definitely a 6. God, so Omnia Crystalline, this is the Eau de Toilette. I used to use the Eau de Parfum, which is no longer made, as a signature scent for the longest time. And I repurchased this one, and as you can see, I put a little dent in it. This is a 2.2 ounce in the old packaging. The Eau de Toilette just doesn't do it for me. It's a very, very fresh aquatic fragrance, great for the like warmer months, awesome clean girl scent. It's not my vibe. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. This one is on my Mercari if you're interested. I don't even think they have this particular formula anymore. They changed the packaging. So, I mean, get it while you can, because this doesn't exist anymore. I think I recently talked about this. I love this perfume. It's Ralph by Ralph Lauren. This gives a 10 out of 10. It's just very nostalgic for me. I've worn it on and off since I was like 17 years old, and I really like it. It's a beautiful, fresh, like fruity, girly, clean vibe perfume. It reminds me of like Laguna Beach, as weird as that sounds, that show with Kristen Cavallari, because this was like so popular during that time. But it's a very, very fresh perfume. I absolutely love it. It's clean. It's a great gym fragrance. I use this one quite often. I see myself getting a bigger bottle, so this is staying. I got this perfume in my gym bag for a bit. I got it practically free. It's Clinique Happy. I love it, but then I don't love it at the same time. It's very fresh, orange, clean. I think I'll use it up. I'll keep it in my gym bag, but that's about as much as I like it. It's definitely like a 7.5 out of 10, but I'm going to use up this little bottle, and then this would be one I would typically declutter, but because I do use it at the gym, because it smells good with sweat, as weird as that sounds, I'm keeping it for that. I've been on the hunt for a perfume that smells like a spa perfume that I bought back in 2019. I can't remember the name of it. Don't even remember what the bottle truly looks like. Haven't been able to find it. So I've been trying all these spa-like fragrances. This is Hermes. This is Jardin de Monsieur Lee. And basically, just like I said, smells like a spa. Kind of herbal, fresh, spa-like, very calming. I have a perfume very similar to this. I use a little bit of it, and I was like, you know what? There's no reason for this. Like, I don't need it. I know some people love these type of fragrances. It is very relaxing, but the next one I'm going to show you is the one that I like slightly better. And so this one is on my Mercari already. Rating it though, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but I think there's better. I got this Jo Malone in Disney World back in 2022. This is green almond and red currant. And if I can find a bottle this year, because it was I believe a fall/holiday special at the Disney World Resort, and it smells so good. And you would think that with the green almond and red currant it would be like woody, nutty. No, it is literally a spa, herbal, refreshing, comforting fragrance with a little bit of a nuttiness in the background. It's absolutely gorgeous. I spray this like when I go to yoga. I spray it on my yoga mat. It just smells so good. It's not like anything sexy, anything cute, girly, nothing like that, but it's unisex, and it's so nice. Very, very, very aromatic and just beautiful. I would say 10 out of 10. Another one I'm keeping for the nostalgia. I'm probably just gonna finish this bottle and probably won't buy it again. It is the Yellow Diamond. Typical, very basic type smell, but it's good for the gym. Clearly I like it, but it's one that I have perfume similar to it. It's kind of a similar vibe of Beautiful Magnolia, but Beautiful Magnolia is a little bit more exciting than this. There's better perfumes if you find this on sale. I mean, I would say sure if you want a nice freshie, but it's like a 7.5 out of 10, and I'm just keeping it to use it up and then probably not purchase it again. The Dossier perfumes that I have backups of, they're my two favorites. Floral Grapefruit, which smells like Chance ou Tendre by Chanel. Don't buy that perfume, buy the Dossier version. It's exactly the same, and the Dossier version lasts longer. And then Fruity Magnolia, which smells just like Versace Bright Crystal, but I actually like Fruity Magnolia more. I'm not gonna lie, it has a little bit more of a powdery finish to it, and it smells better. I've gotten compliments on Fruity Magnolia more than I've gotten compliments on Bright Crystal. So I will probably always wear Bright Crystal, but I'm probably always going to keep these two in my collection. They're great for throwing in your bag, great freshening up type perfumes. Both of them get 8 out of 10. Okay, let's get into my date night / more wintry perfumes. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one, Intense. I had this on my Mercari, I deleted it, and I go back and forth with this one. I've had it forever. I received it as a gift in 2021, and it has like a coconut vibe to it. It's a little bit deep, dark, very like femme fatale type perfume, but I don't know, it's not me most days. I'm a very bright, happy, go lucky, dumb bitch type person, if that makes sense. Um, this is like the total opposite of me, but I have my days where I imagine myself like this, and I like the way it smells. It's definitely like a 7.5, 8 out of 10, so I'm keeping it for those days. Next one is Santal Blush by Tom Ford. This is on my Mercari. I tried it. I kind of like it, to be honest. I bought it for myself because I read that it was really popular, and then Taylor Swift wore it, and I was into like a sandalwood vibe for a while, and this just smells too manly. There's something in this that just leans a little bit too masculine, and I've tried to give it to my little brother. He doesn't like it. He says it's too feminine. So it's one of those, it's very unisex, but again, I like very feminine perfumes. Not for me. I'm gonna label it a 7 out of 10. It is on my Mercari, and this is a really expensive perfume. This is a 50 ml. You can get it a lot cheaper if you buy it off my Mercari. Probably never stop wearing this, even though it's apparently a cringy perfume. It's Black Opium, specifically Intense. I've gone through a lot of bottles of Black Opium. I also have the Dossier version of it, which I really, really love as well. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. It smells like a Frappuccino. I personally like smelling like I poured a Frappuccino over myself. If you don't like that, probably not for you, but for me, wonderful, warm, cozy scent for the fall. I can't wait actually for the fall to start wearing this again. Perfume I kind of want to gatekeep, but I mean, I can't. So this is Chavad. It is a niche perfume by Maison de Perfume, and it is called Lait de Biscuit. I'm probably butchering all this French wording, but basically this smells like cookies. In the best way. It's like an elevated, warm, ambery cookie. Like how much I've used. Like it's so good, and it's so like noticeable. It carries in the air. It's gorgeous, and it's not strange smelling. There's nothing weird about this. It's a very straightforward gourmand cookie-like fragrance. This is expensive, but it's 100% worth it. This is one I will rebuy when I finish. This is a 10 out of 10, and one of my best kept secrets. One of the best perfumes I have in my collection. One you either love or hate. This is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. I got it as a gift, and it was one of the best gifts I've ever received. It smells so delicious. It is like a creamy caramel, ooey gooey vanilla. I love it for the warmer months. If you were to wear it in the blazing heat, it would choke you out. So I definitely save it for when it's cold outside, but it is such a good scent, and I've gotten nothing but good compliments from it. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm trying to savor this because the reformulation sucks, but this is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. One of my signature scents. I wear it quite often, whether it's cold or hot outside, as you can see. This is pre-reformulation, so it's strong. It's like really, really gooey, vanilla, marshmallow, fluffy, orange blossom. It smells amazing. The Dossier version of it is also very, very good. It kind of reminds me more of the pre-reformulation. It's not as like fleeting. It lasts a long time on the skin and everything, but it does have somewhat of a chemically smell when you first spray it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, it's a great dupe. So I have both, and they're both 10 out of 10s. And I will repurchase Love Don't Be Shy a million times, even if I have to go through a bottle, because the new reformulation just does not last on the skin. It doesn't last. It's gone within 2-3 hours. This old one lasts all day, so there you go. But it is a wonderful perfume. I just reintroduced to my collection. I've had it before, and I've gifted this perfume multiple times as well. This is Olivia Belle Intensement, and I absolutely love it. It's a delicious berry spin on the original Olivia Belle, a little bit less patchouli. This to me is a lot more wearable as well, and it does get me like more compliments. If you notice, I don't have the original Olivia Belle in my collection right now. I did recently get it gifted to me, so it's on its way, but it's honestly my least favorite version. I like a lot of the flankers more than I like the original, just because they're more wearable. But this one's a 9 out of 10 for me. It's so girly, so beautiful, easy to wear. There's nothing wrong with this perfume. Like, if you want to give this as a gift, I think anybody who receives it would be really happy. OG and bestie. So this is Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy, one of the best perfumes to ever be created, and it is a beautiful, like, blackberry, juicy, like, perfume, very girly, almost smells like a Coca-Cola, like a Dr. Pepper to me. And it's just so iconic. You have to smell it to really appreciate it. It definitely does not smell cheap. I think the original Fantasy is definitely not my vibe, but this particular one is my favorite, and it's a 9 out of 10, and I'll keep it forever. I have a thing with Burberry. This is my Burberry Black. This is another perfume. Like I tell you, this is something I would wear to like a black tie event or a very hot date. It is deep, dark, mysterious, vanilla, gorgeous perfume. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is not for the faint of heart. You definitely have to have a certain outfit on, a certain personality to wear this, but this one is a 10 out of 10. I think that this one, in combination with Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense, between the two, I think the Only One Intense could be worn more for summer, maybe nights. This is definitely like winter nights. It's a 9 out of 10. Love it for sniff. I barely put a dent in it because, again, it's an occasion type perfume, but this is staying in my wardrobe. The coziest perfume I think I've ever used. This is Dior Addict EDP. Really, really nice vanilla with some green notes in the background. This has been reformulated multiple times, so I mean, go smell it, definitely, but definitely has a green note with some vanilla. I like this more than what's it called? YSL Libre. I like it more than any of the other perfumes that have been like a fresh spin on vanilla. This is just the best. It's powdery, it's warm, it's cozy, it makes you feel warm during the winter. It's definitely not something you can wear during the warmer months, but for a winter perfume, especially night out, this is a good one to have. 9 out of 10. I have two Dossier perfumes. I have Ambery Cherry, which smells like Tom Ford Lost Cherry. No difference, it's identical. It just lasts a little bit longer. For me, it's an 8 out of 10. It's an easy, fresh reach for during the winter time that I can wear during the day, and it's not really expensive. I mean, I'm gonna keep it. And then Powdery Jasmine smells really good as well. It smells like Victor and Roth. I'm trying to think of the name of the perfume. My brain's starting to get tired. But I smelled the actual perfume at Sephora, and I didn't love it, but I loved the intense version. And so I bought this, and this is very similar. Really nice, beautiful jasmine, sweet, warm, cozy type scent. Both of these are more like fall winter perfumes, but definitely is sticking around in my collection. Last, I have two shimmers, one that I've used quite a bit and then one that I just got this year. This is Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. This is a shimmering body oil. I will use this anytime I'm going out during the summer, all over my shoulders, all over my neck and décolleté. And then this one is by the new Victoria Beckham collection, and this smells amazing. It smells like Portofino 97. Oh my god, like I want the actual perfume, but I told myself I can't buy it until I use up another one of my perfumes. But the shimmer is so beautiful. The packaging is gorgeous. Both of them are just amazing. They're both 10s, so they're both staying. So believe it or not, this has reduced me from like 60 or 70 perfumes to 40. I'm gonna continue to wear each one and take you guys along my journey and see how I feel about them after a few months. And honestly, my goal is just to have like maybe 15-20 perfumes that I absolutely love, and that's it. But I can tell you right now, everything on my tray is like a diehard favorite. And then going down the line, those are all my freshies. They're all absolute favorites. I forgot to talk about the Ariana Grande Goddess Woman perfume. That was a gift, so I'm keeping it. I have a hard time getting rid of gifts. I don't do that. I only really get rid of stuff if I buy it for myself and I don't like it. And then these are my more going out winter perfumes. So I don't think that this is incredibly excessive. I don't think I've ever had anything like a lot of the YouTubers, but I'm trying to be less wasteful, and this alone is more perfume than I could ever use, and I'm very grateful. But I hope you guys found this video interesting and helpful. Maybe you got some ideas of what you would like to purchase or what you would like to have in your collection. And if you're interested in any of the perfumes I told you that I was getting rid of, I will list my Mercari in the description box below. Take care of yourself. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.